I don't want to put my stamp of approval on something that I don't actually approve of.
It's almost Election Day, and while some voters are still making up their minds, some are choosing not to vote at all, a decision more than 30% of Canadians made in the last 2 elections.
I voted for 30 years. Then I stopped voting because I thought those votes were wasted, and this is a better way of using my power as a citizen.
Paul Gott might be a journalism professor at Concordia University, but on October 21st, you won't find him at the polls.
The reason I stopped voting is because I noticed that people are starting to talk about the lack of participation. There did seem to be some sort of worry, and now people are actually talking about perhaps getting rid of first past the post. But I don't think I'm going to change the world, but I'd rather be part of that change.
According to Elections Canada, about a third of registered voters didn't cast a ballot in the 2015 election. But with more than 4.7 million Canadians showing up to the advanced polls this time around, voter turnout may still be on the rise.
Whether I want that one vote to go towards a single candidate and a single riding that won't make a difference, or whether I want it to be part of that big statistic at the end of the election that says this number of people didn't vote and what's wrong with the system, that's the number I want to be part of.
But that's not the only reason many are choosing to stay home on Election Day. According to data on non-voters from Statistics Canada, the most common reasons for not voting in 2015 were a lack of interest or being too busy. But are those reasons good enough for these Canadians?
I don't know. That's a good question, because we have to pick a leader to lead the country, so we have to make some decisions on what's good.
It can be legitimate. I think in choosing to not vote, it's still choosing to say your piece in our democracy, simply by not voting at all.
Even if you don't like any candidate, there would be some values that you resonate with, one more versus the other. At that point, you decide which is the one that you probably resonate with the most.
In Montreal, Sharon Yonan-Renold, City News.